What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode. Oh my god, episode of Helldivers 2. Today they have just announced a new update coming to Helldivers 2, and it looks like they are going to be adding a new level of difficulty. There's a few other things. I just read the blog here, so I got this loaded up, and they also released a new video for the trailer, so we'll be looking at that after this. All right, so first I'm gonna leave some timestamps down here along the timelines, and you'll be able to just skip forward to whatever you want to skip forward to. But with that being said, let's get started. First, we got the PlayStation blog open. Helldivers 2's biggest update yet, Escalation of Freedom, drops August 6th. So as you can see here, we got a new little banner here. That's pretty freaking cool. That might actually be a good wallpaper for anybody who wants it. We got new enemies, mission objectives, difficulty levels, and more. So it looks like they gathered some feedback from us, and now they are implementing it into the Escalation of Freedom update. So it seems like Helldivers 2 has been out for about 6 months. They weren't predicting the amount of, traction that they got, and so now they're just trying to gather everything together, and they're talking about their previous Super Citizen Anne's hospital, where they donated about $4,000 to the children's hospital, as well as just saving the children in game. So as you can see here, we have what looks to be the newest largest bot outpost. So it looks like there's going to be a lot more, or at least potential for some for some of the cannon turrets. We got a radar station out here in the distance. We got, looks like, multiple areas of defense with turrets, bots on turrets around, probably a ton of landmines surrounding all sides of it, and we got a lot of just bot fabricators to destroy it, all alongside a detector tower. I don't think I've seen outposts combined with a detector tower before, so this might be like a multi-level outpost that we have to deal with. This is going to be the new supersized bot fortresses. So here it looks like they're announcing that in the new Escalation of Freedom update, they're turning it up to level 10 or combat rating 10. So usually the max difficulty is level 9, but this time they're adding combat rating 10. So they're going to be adding more bots and more bugs and more liberation and more destruction. Here we got a new image. It looks like there's going to be a new mission they are adding, because you can see here that there is some kind of bug larva. I did already read the blog post, so I know that this is some kind of bug larva that we either have to extract or maybe move to another location for studying. And it doesn't look like there's any new weapons. I think this is still that armor that we already know. There you go. There's going to be a larva retrieval mission. Has the Helldivers babysitting a bug. So it looks like they might take up a backpack slot, so maybe they're gonna add something that will, these missions won't involve any kind of anything that needs a backpack slot. So it might suck for people who rely on the shield. Maybe this is your sign to drop the shield and discover something else. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I need to turn off those notifications. So here they're announcing that they're going to be bringing new mission objectives and bigger enemy outposts for both bugs and bots, and they're going to be offering some brand new super sample rewards. I'm not sure if there's going to be a new level of super sample, or if there's just going to be super samples on these new coming from these outposts, bug outposts or bot outposts. They're going to be heavily fortified, and you're going to have to coordinate, strategize in order to take them out. I'm not sure, but it sounds like they're trying to really distance themselves from solo players, but I can't be too sure. But this sounds like it's going to be very difficult for solo players. So, Takibo, keep an eye out. Let's try out, I'll see if you can take out those outposts on your solo Helldives, or solo, do they name it yet? Solo super Helldives. So good luck with that. I'm not going to be joining, because that is way too difficult on level 9 alone. They're announcing that these new missions and new mission types are not only going to be available on level 10, but they'll also be available on lower difficulties as well. I do wonder if that means that there's going to be super outposts. Probably not, but that'd be cool to see super outposts on lower level difficulties. Like level 8, for example, could introduce some super outposts. Totally optional, I feel like, but it'd be pretty cool to see those on lower levels just to kind of practice them. We got new enemies in dangerous swamps, and it looks like there is the Impaler, and it looks like it's some kind of like freaking kraken coming out of the ground. That'd be really cool to try to fight. I hope it doesn't require anything specific. You know, if I'm guessing that these are the weak spots, and as long as you fire at them, then you could take it down. I hope that that remains a viable strategy of just shooting it for a while instead of, you know, needing a rocket to lock onto a specific spot. But that would be cool. So it looks like that this is the Impaler referencing the Helldivers 1 Impaler, and I haven't played Helldivers 1 personally, but it does look like that the Impaler is a bug type that burrows underground and then attacks with its tentacles from underground. It can be dangerous, exposes a weak point when burrowing them, something that implies a lack of self-preservation. So it looks like it's not very easy to kill when it's in its bug form, but when it's in its tentacle form, it looks like you could probably attack it very easily, you know, when it's in underground. So that is some little tip to just to know it might be invincible while it is in its bug form. It looks like they're also adding a new type of charger. It looks like they're adding what's called the Spore Charger. It is shrouded in fog to obscure its location until it's right up on you. So this could be a cool update. However, there is one issue with the chargers right now where they can sneak up on you regardless of being a Spore Charger or not. And it looks like this is going to be a Behemoth Charger variant as well, so it looks like it'll still require 2 cannons to the face to kill it, maybe even more since it's a Spore Charger. I'm not entirely sure, but I do hope that with this update they add some kind of sounds or some kind of large footsteps to the chargers to make it so that, you know, it's noticeable when there's a default charger coming up behind you, because right now they're still pretty silent with their footsteps in general. And it looks like they're also going to be adding a Terminid Alpha Commander. So it's a supercharged Brood Commander that's bigger, and it doesn't hesitate to call in other bugs. So usually with bugs, I feel like I usually have to worry about the small bugs calling in reinforcements, along with some of the other smaller bugs. But it looks like this one is going to be kind of like its own mini tank that can also call in reinforcements. That might be an interesting little addition to the game, and it looks like they're playing on the Fire Tornado map, so probably not going to be seeing much of this, honestly, but that's pretty cool to see that they're adding some new enemies to the bug type variation. And I will say that that does look super cool, very spiky. So it looks like in addition to the automatons, they're adding a rocket tank. Interesting. And they included a picture here. I can't be too sure what this is, but this looks like it's a regular skeleton bot with, I'm not sure if that's an auto cannon or some kind of heavy machine gun. Yeah, that's all I'm seeing here, is that there's multiple flying automatons who look like they have machine guns. The machine guns are pistols, and this one might be carrying an auto cannon. So that might be an interesting addition into the game. Looks like they messed up on the rendering over here on the left, but that's fine. It looks like here they are announcing that there will be a new type of map where it's going to be essentially the Swamps map again, except this time there's going to be a kind of a spooky themed aura around it. So it's going to be blackened trees will obscure the light, the air itself feels haunted, there's rolling fog and untamed flora, and it says that you should keep your flashlight handy because visibility will be limited. So this is, I've actually seen this be talked about a lot in the subreddit. People will talk about how they kind of wish that there was a mode where there is a complete darkness and your flashlights will actually be necessary. So this might be what they were asking for. It seems cool. It's unfortunate this is going to be on the swamp maps, which I personally have a vendetta against just because I get the lowest frame rate ever. But I will be trying this out just to see what I can do with it. Because in terms of map design, this does look really cool, so I do hope that this will be fun and be able to work around it. I will say that the fog is nothing new, so I don't know why they're announcing that, but you know, it will be cool that they have an intention for the fog this time around. Okay, so this is interesting. So there was an issue with people being grief kicked, where essentially people would what's it called, bad hosts would essentially have their matchmaking set to open, they'll have people join in, and then at the last second they might kick people out. I've heard a few stories of this. I've never experienced it myself, but some stories of people who have been kicked and therefore basically wasting about 35 minutes of their time. They've done that, and it looks like they're trying to implement a system where even though they can still do that, they won't be wasting their time, as they'll spawn into, it looks like they're either going to spawn into a new mission or a new session as the host with all of their team's loot from their previous session. So essentially they'll just get kicked, go to another planet, but it's still, or no, go to the same planet, just they might be alone, and they'll be able to extract with all of their items and all the pickups and samples and all that good stuff. And so it looks like they won't be losing everything as long as they can still extract, you know, with all their equipment. So that might be cool, that their loot remains unchanged. So I think that might be cool, a cool addition to try to prevent grief kicking, or at least it might not prevent it, but I think it'll still make people not really feel like kicking because they don't feel like they're getting like some kind of troll advantage from doing so. So that's a cool addition, and I do welcome that. So I'm glad that they're doing something to try to prevent, you know, with the as boundless as a community it is, there's bound to be some trolls. So I'm glad that they're doing something to combat that. So it looks like here they're also announcing that they're going to be adding some quality of life upgrades. I really hope they're doing something to do with optimization, because right now, you know how what I keep saying, the jungle planets are virtually unplayable on systems like mine. A little bit outdated, but not entirely outdated. You can check my post history. I've uploaded a video on how to optimize the game as much as possible, but it's still like I shouldn't have to be fighting as much as I am with this game to get decent performance. But it looks like they are announcing some quality of life upgrades, including major fixes to the social menu. So if you're playing on PS5, this is for you. I've heard a lot of issues with people saying that they can't add friends, like cross-platform, if they're on PS5, or even add friends in general. So that is good for them. I hope that they are able to make the social menu a little bit more enjoyable and make playing with friends a lot easier on PlayStation 5. But that seems to be the end of the blog post, and it looks like we have a short little trailer video here as well. So I'm going to be checking that out, and we'll see how this goes. Is there sound? Yes. Jesus Christ, that's loud. All right. Sorry. Just want to look at that real quick. All right, I think this is the heavy machine gun, right? I don't recognize this like bullet strap thing. I don't recognize this, but I'm pretty sure this is the heavy machine gun. Looks like we got the new larva backpack. I'm going to leave a link down in the description for a link to this video so you can watch it uninterrupted. It looks like here we got the spore spewer. The guy using the what's it called? Is that the breaker spray and pray? Yeah, it is. So that's that shotgun. I'm guessing that this is like a regular assault rifle and this is the laser rifle. So that this might be cool because it might be showing either these guys are the most incompetent helldivers in the game, or the spore charger might be weak to regular bullets. So this would be cool if they make the spore charger have something other than just needing rockets to take it out. And here it looks like we are getting the impaler. Looks like we got this like massive kraken looking tentacles coming out of the ground. That's really cool. It looks like we're gonna have to shoot everything in between these like rock creases. Oh. Oh, they're one hit. Okay, that's scary. I'm hoping that they're a little bit more dodgeable. He had about a millisecond to react. Well, maybe they point at you before attacking. But that's interesting.
Since launch, we've improved Helldivers quite significantly together with you, the community. We've released a lot.
They released the Quasar cannon and then they nerfed it to the ground. So yeah, definitely released a lot.
Content, such as the flyers, the TCS mission.
Yep, they got... I was trying to tell if I recognize this map. I think this is that green map that I actually kind of enjoy playing.
The TCS missions.
Oops.
The destruction of an entire...
There's Meridia.
Planet.
We ruined the entire planet. That's actually cool. I wonder if that's in-game. Like, if in-game, if you turn the whole camera around, do you see the reflection of Meridia? That'd be pretty cool, actually. that also explains a lot of the performance issues.
This time around, we got something special prepared for you.
It's our first step out of many. Where are we gonna...
Yeah, we got the backpack slot. It looks like only one person is required to carry it, so if you're the dedicated backpack person, I'm sorry, but I will hold your autocannon backpack if you need it.
expand the game in big, meaningful ways.
New game modes, new...
Oh, this is cool. Looks like we got some kind of new... This is part of the new mission. Looks like we got a lot of dead humans actually on the ground here. These might be scientists that were attacked. I wonder if we have to turn this off or turn this on. That might be interesting.
New objectives, new enemies.
Oh, okay, so we got walkers. Are they entirely covered from the back? That might mean that this is their only weak spot now. And they got upgraded turrets and rockets. That's gonna be scary. We have some rocket walkers.
And even a whole new difficulty.
To give you that,
Here we got level 10. This guy's got a crossbow and an auto cannon. That's a terrible loadout.
we have to escalate it. An escalation of freedom.
Dude, look at the camera. But all right,
Freedom.
Escalation of Freedom. Cool. I do agree. I think that this is a really cool little screenshot. I got the Hellbomb down here. These guys are going to die the second that these bugs attack because the bots are literally 5 seconds from destroying that. Okay. Oh, and then this guy's also got a stratagem in hand. He's going to drop that the second he gets whacked by one of these bugs.
When freedom escalates, its opponents escalate.
Alright, so here it looks like we got... This might be a new armor. It might be time to grind out some more super credits. Check out my video in the top corner here for how to grind some super credits for some war bonds. Let's see, it looks like this might be the Spore Charger here in the background. Jar Dominator, laser, rifle. Yeah, nothing new in terms of weapons yet, it seems like.
We're bringing back a fan favorite from Helldivers 1.
Oh. This is actually new. I think I didn't know that the Jar Dominator could take out broods like that, or brood commanders. That's going to be annoying. I have to admit, that's going to be annoying.
The stabby
Did he die from that? No, he's still holding his gun. I think he's still alive.
tentacled beast known as the Impaler.
There it is. So yeah, it looks like this is the Impaler. Oh my god, that graphic. This is the Impaler. It looks like it might be virtually indestructible from when it's in its bug form, so you might have to actually wait for it to turn into a tentacle form. So that'd be interesting to see how they implement that. And like, does it turn to tentacle form the second it sees someone, or like how does it form into its tentacle form? So that'll be interesting to see. It looks like every time it burrows, it turns into 3 tentacles. So there might be one person who can just like either take all of their focus, or there might be one person that'll be focusing on destroying it while the other 3 take the focus away from it. So that might be an interesting strategy to try to figure out how to get around it. Yeah, it looks like it's fighting 2 here. So this one is attacking this guy, this one is attacking someone else.
When you play,
Or maybe it just fell down.
when you
I wonder if this shooting it is actually killing it, because that'll be really good if it just takes regular bullets to kill it.
when you're playing against the Terminids, you can always try and run away.
Oh yeah, this is it in its like regular bug form.
Always try and run away.
Looks like it has that weak point when it's jumping up. You might be able to shoot its underside, but it might be better to wait for its tentacles to release, but I'm not entirely sure. And it does look like we got a new armor set here. I've never seen this helmet before. It looks like some kind of straw hat or something. And yeah, you can't get a good look at it, but this looks like it's a new armor set.
Run away. The Impaler ruins that plan. They will maybe cut off your escape route.
So that might be its method of burrowing, where it just kind of sticks its face in the ground.
They will
Interesting.
escape
Then I wonder if it just burrows when it comes out anywhere, or if it only comes out in the area that it burrowed.
and then you will probably have to stay and fight. Or you can fight the tentacles.
Okay. Oh, and it looks like there's another one over there, actually. Can they spawn multiple? I hope these are easy to kill if they can spawn like 2 or 3 at a time. Or at least like relatively easy to kill to where it doesn't take the entire team to kill one tentacle, you know? Yeah, that's definitely another one over there in the distance. So it looks like they can have multiple of these spawn all at once.
The spore charger.
Then we got the spore charger.
This one has fog traveling around it. It's constantly moving, so it's gonna.
Okay, so yeah, it looks like you might be able to either just shoot out the spores around it and then that might kill it, or maybe that'll just disable its fog, or maybe it has a shield for the spore charger. The spores are creating like a shield around it, but it looks like these actually doing damage by just shooting at it with regular bullets, so that's cool.
It's constantly moving, so it's gonna come right out of the fog and scare the lights out of you.
The automatons
Oh, looks like they got a freaking AA tank.
are bringing in artillery.
A big tank that shoots rockets.
I love it. This guy's funny. He just comes in like a kid, like, what if we had a tank that shoots rockets? Yeah.
Big tank that shoots rockets.
If you're further away, you can see it aimed towards the skies and fire rockets in the air, so you'll have a barrage.
Oh, okay, so it's a mortar and a rocket sentry.
on you.
In addition, you'll face off against heavier, more deadly brood commanders.
Okay, and yeah, this is the brute commander. It doesn't seem much different other than it's probably just a stronger commander that can call in forces.
Small twist. The allies that it spawn will not be the ones that you used to.
Oh. Wait, okay, so... Oh, so it doesn't just call in regular bugs, it'll call in the enhanced version of all the regular bugs. Yeah, because I can see these have like more spikes than usual. That's
Will
interesting.
not be the ones that you used to.
Difficulty 10 has more enemies than we've had before on lower difficulties.
That is going to be so annoying. I might have to start running with a shield or go extreme stealth mode. Looks like there's about 2 drop ships at the same time along with the gunship right next to a factory strider, and I don't know if that's over here on the left. Is that, what is that? Is that the new tank, or is that just a piece of in the environment? It might be the piece of the environment, but this is gonna be scary.
Ramped it up. It's meant to feel like a real progression.
So we got Behemoth, Bile Titan. Yeah, this is just kind of a regular map.
From 9 to
that's also Behemoth.
10.
We're also introduced
I got a Bile Titan. Oh yeah, okay, this is a new type of the outpost. You can see there's bug holes pretty much everywhere. I hope with this they introduce something that can take them out easier, because like the grenade pistol is great, but it only has 8 bullets, so unless you're running a resupply pack, it's not gonna take out all of them. Or maybe they'll do something with one of the stratagems that can like target bug holes with like 5 rockets or something. That might be interesting.
using a larger
We got the Behemoth. I think this might be the Impaler. This freaking Dark Souls looking environment.
type of outpost, and it's going to be a real challenge to take on these massive fortresses.
Yeah, this is cool. This is definitely the screenshot. It looks like a massive outpost. Just from this picture alone, I think I see 1, 2, I think that's 3. Maybe 3 fabricators and a detector tower, so that'll be very difficult to deal with, but that might add a nice new challenge to the game.
But if you manage to do
Oh, was that 4 actually? Yeah, over here on the left there's the 4, so it looks like there might be even 4 fabricators in one area and a detector tower.
But if you manage to do so, there will be great rewards waiting for you.
Is that an automaton head? He's just carrying around an automaton head? Or is that some kind of new item for the new mission type? That's crazy if it's just a head you carry around. Looks like we got this guy and John Helldiver armor, unless this is new armor, I'm not sure, but it looks pretty standard. Is that the default pistol? looks like it has a grapple hook. No, I think that's a default pistol.
Of course, what would the galaxy be without planets? Therefore, we wanted to spook it up with a new version of.
Okay, so yeah, adding some kind of dark, scary version, not really scary, but a darker version of the swamp map might be cool. Hopefully the fog isn't too overbearing, but this might be a nice little change up for the regular Helldivers 2 game mode. Maybe they'll spawn a little bit less enemies because it's in such a dark environment. So only time will tell for that.
The swamp environment.
Freaking Dark Souls environment, I swear to God.
The acid storm.
Yeah, this is definitely a new type of armor. It looks like it almost looks like it's a samurai helmet or something. That'd be cool. If that's a samurai helmet, I'm wearing that everywhere.
Now
Also a new type of cape. It looks so tattered. I'm not sure if this is. I'm not sure of this logo, but it looks like a new cape.
comes with a new mechanic.
And it looks like it's gonna be like new medium armor and heavy armor, maybe even light armor too. So we'll see about that.
It reduces the armor of enemies and
Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Acid storm weather effect now comes with a new mechanic. Reduces armor of enemies and Helldivers alike. Oh, I kind of wish it only did it for the enemies, but that might be good if we're dealing with tanks. Maybe they'll require 1 rocket instead of 3. I'm not sure, but or sorry, Hulks, not tanks.
the armor of enemies and Helldivers alike. You'll do a lot more damage, but you'll also take more in
That was 3 shots with. Is that the AMR? No, that's the AMR. What is this? What is he wielding?
return. Which
I have no idea what gun that is.
take more.
Do you guys know what gun that is? What is that?
Do a lot more damage, but you'll also take more in.
That's not the Eruptor. Because he shot it like 3 times in succession. That might be a new weapon, actually.
More damage, but you also take more in return,
Huh.
which is just as horrifying as it sounds.
Alright, we got the laser pistol. It looks like either these guys really like the laser weapons, or the laser weapons are going to be really useful against these new enemy types. This might be a new helmet. I'm not entirely sure. It looks almost like a shorter version of the samurai helmet, but not sure.
In Escalation of Freedom, we have new
Yeah, it looks like we got some new objectives. So we gotta have some kind of machine that we probably gotta put the larva tier, or larva, Dark Souls. We gotta put the larva thing inside of this and then probably turn it on and activate it.
objectives come in, like the Retrieve Larva mission, where you find
This guy's using the incendiary breaker. It looks like he's most likely the incendiary breaker is still gonna continue to be the best weapon against bugs.
this backpack with little crying larvae
Yeah, that's definitely a backpack item.
that you need to reach the extraction with. But you also have to be careful because it's gonna be crying a lot, and you're getting swarmed by more and more terminids.
Oh, okay, so that's interesting. If it's crying a lot, that means it might be calling like its own what's it called? Bug breaches. It might be calling bug breaches while you're on the way to deliver it. So if it spawns on one side and then the location is on the opposite side, that might be pretty difficult to do. But that's cool. It'll definitely be like you grab it and go to the place on your own, just so that your teammates can deal with everything else on the map. Or it might be just like all your teammates just like beeline straight from grabbing the tier to the end mission. So that might be pretty cool to like add some variation, make it a little bit more like time sensitive. Oh, okay. I think they just wanted to confirm that they're not taking out team friendly fire. I don't mind. That's just funny.
With the second galactic war in full swing, Super Earth is currently
I really like that picture, actually.
galactic war
Bunch of default John Helldivers just sitting in this main lobby screen.
in full swing. Super Earth is currently battling the automatons and
Who is this?
currently battling the automatons. Super Earth war in full swing. Super Earth is
Nils Hansson Björk. Man, I don't understand anybody's names.
Currently battling the automatons and the bugs for control of the Milky Way. The Automaton Legion, they are constantly building bigger and worse war machines. The Terminids' migration patterns seem to be changing. There's also been some irregular readings of the Terminid spores in the various sectors where the Terminids are spreading. And irregular
Is there anything different about this? I don't really pay that close attention to this, so I'm not sure, but it looks the same.
readings of the Terminid spores in the various sectors where the Terminids are spreading. And we will see where the story develops from here.
So, have we told you everything that's gonna be in the Escalation of Freedom? Of course we haven't.
We have many more surprises in store for you.
Why does this guy look like somebody I know?
A surprise here and there that you maybe didn't expect.
On August 6th, I'm ready to dive, and I hope you are too.
Yeah, I definitely feel like these are something else. These are not just regular like sights like they usually have. I think they have machine guns now. The machine guns are auto turrets. Auto cannons. Out August 6th. But alright, that seems to be the end of that. So it looks like it'll be August 6th is the date of release, and right now it is July 23rd. So we got about 2 weeks before that comes out, and that'll be pretty sick. So new update coming August 6th. If you're interested in Helldivers 2, make sure to reinstall it if you uninstalled it. I know there's been a lot of like kind of people leaving just because it got boring and stale, but hey, it looks like they're adding something new. Other than that, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I will be uploading daily Helldivers 2 content as well as this content. I probably won't be doing solo. If you're interested in solo content, check out Jaakeup. I'll leave a link down there in the description, and you can check out his channel as well because he uploads daily, or not daily, but he uploads a lot of solo content, and it is actually really cool to see. And he also goes over everything that he's like kind of thinking about during the moment. So if you're into solo content, go check them out. If not, check me out. I'll upload daily content as well. And if you're interested in any 3D prints or shop, or want to support me in any way possible, you can check out my shop, my Etsy shop, JK3D Productions. I sell cool little stuff like this and other keychains that might interest you as well. And I will see you in the next episode of Helldivers 2, where I will be playing something else, something Helldivers-y. Other than that, have a good day. Peace.